Oh, those nachos were good last night. So were the Euro fries, but I gotta remember, I don't have a gallbladder. Morning. It's 6:41. For all my fuds and stuff. Yogurt. Well, I'm gonna warm you up. I put my waffles down and then I went to the bathroom. That's when I realized yeah. So they're cold now. Of course the Greek yogurt's cold. It's been sitting in the fridge. Yeah, I'm just getting everything out of my system, stretching a little bit, drinking some coffee. There we are. Well, you didn't startle me this time. It's because I realized I have like the attention span of like not like long, but not very long. So when they're actually going from frozen to toasted or something, I get busy and forget about it because it takes like 3 minutes. And I'm like, ooh. But I don't have so fast that I've already forgotten within like the 12 or 15 that it warmed them up in. So that's a benefit. I need a spoon. I kind of want to head over there and do Star Trek stuff, but man, the whole week people have been complaining about the level scaling. And I was just like, I did Tholian Red Alert, I did Borg Disconnected, I've done Swarm on medium and basic. I've done other queues. Actually, I forgot I just did so many because once people were complaining about it, I ran through just queues just to see if I could. Like I said, the Tholian Red Alert, the Borg Red Alert, Zenkathi Red Alert, because there's a lot of people doing that stuff because they're Jem'Hadar and they need to get marks. And they're just like, I don't know why you guys are having so much problem. I really don't. Maybe I need to go to Elite. I don't want to do PvE queues on Elite. But I haven't had any problem with questing on Elite, even if I go back and do another quest. You know, an older thing where the level scaling, you know, sometimes that happens in WoW. They'll tweak something for the new expansion and then like something in an older thing gets like super powerful when it's not supposed to be because it tweaked an ability that then tweaked an ability that wasn't ever supposed to be tweaked. And it did say that there is wonky level scaling happening in the patch notes, but it's like, as much as I play that game in various mid-level content, I haven't seen any of it. So I have this general idea that people's gimmicky builds on their old mange characters isn't working so well anymore, and they actually have to get like defense. Of course, this happened like 2 or 3 times before when there wasn't a level scaling problem and the enemies just hit a ton harder than they typically do. So anybody who had like mild survivability was able to survive, whereas people that built themselves to be glass cannons became like paper cannons. Fun. And then they're complaining like, I'm dying so much. I'm like, do you have an engineering team? Do you have any shield regen abilities? Anything? And they're like, no, I'm a DPS. Well, I view myself as a DPS also, but I can still heal myself. Also everybody around me, but that's just a side effect of the ability. I do take advantage of it though when I need to heal like a station or an NPC or something. Gateway to Grethor works really well. If jolt into the thing that's burning the transports, the troop transports, I'll fly in on top of them, hit scattering field to lessen their damage, then I'll hit probably fermion field because that actually gives hit point increase rather than hit point regen increase. And then I'll close the gate while we're at it. And it usually works. It doesn't heal them, it stops them from dying. Anyway, yeah, I got practice today. That's at Roosevelt at 9. It's 6:46. Gotta get about my morning. We'll see what's over there. We have Pokemon Community Day later today for Larvitar. And that starts like an hour while I'm into practice. Practice is from 9 to 12. And there's a couple of Magikarps there. The Community Day starts at 11. And it says it's Tyranitar, but it basically is going to be Larvitar spawning all over the place with maybe some Pupitars. It's 3 times experience for every Pokemon caught during the duration, 3-hour lures. I told Aaron based on the temperature he just maybe go walk the nature park, because even if I leave at noon, it's still gonna take me like half an hour to get home. That's that. That's the fun there. Let me catch that Magikarp. Still looking for a shiny one. I will catch you guys at Roosevelt. Don't really have to worry about where I'm saying our practices now as the Vipers disbanded. Speaking of which, we're getting a win this weekend because they got voted out of the league and basically forfeited all their games, and that would be the game this week. So we practice because we've not been doing so well, and we need to figure out why. And I'm just going to do my job because I'm not a coach. And even if I do have an idea about how it's going to work out, I don't think anybody's really going to listen. A couple people might listen. In a few minutes... Oh my Jesus. I didn't... Thank you. I've been learning so much German that I literally just started reading that in English. But it still said, in wenigen Minuten. In a couple minutes. In a few minutes. Little amount. Alright, so I pulled into practice here and had to sit around listening to Dracula for a little bit. I'm gonna grab all my stuff and I'm gonna head down to the field. There's already guys down there, but I'm 12 minutes early. So always learn something new. We're doing offensive line, like run fit, pulls, going to the next level, yada yada. And I finally got into the right spot, and they're like, you're not supposed to rep up, that's holding. I was like, but I'm tackling the guy, that's what they said, go ahead and tackle someone. They're like, offensive tackle, not defensive tackle. And I'm like, what the hell? Even though I took my lucky long snapping ball, we didn't do any long snapping punting stuff, but I was doing mainly line. 50%, 11:10, the community day just started. Get up. Best offensive lineman in the motherfucker. Gang. Better not edit that shit either. We've got community day going on. Got a bunch of stuff on. Shit. Do I have enough? The range is 34 miles. Okay, Google. Get me directions home. 17 miles. Half an hour in light traffic? Interesting. That's actually pretty good, but it wants me to go north. No, well, I thought it wanted me to go north. So anyways, yeah, we did offensive line stuff because there really wasn't anybody there. It's not a game weekend, so why attend?
400 feet, turn left onto North Ida Avenue.
Yeah, I get it. Like, not a lot of people that showed up to practice. Danny didn't show up to practice. That was... How is it startling yet expected at the same time?
Left onto North Smith Street.
So, I don't know. I gotta get a hold of Aaron. I'm not very happy about the practice today, but I did get some stuff in with offensive line. It's gonna be something else when I have this feeling that life's coming in and it's gonna hit me like a truck here pretty soon. Yeah, you just have that feeling, you know? You just have a feeling. Hooked on a feeling. I need to listen to that song. But I gotta do Pokemon. That means I gotta use YouTube for that song. Dang. Didn't even put on pads today. Probably got a mild sunburn, but it wasn't that long. I kept turning.
Turn right onto North.
So, anyways, I'll let you guys go. I'm going to continue Pokemoning, and I'm going to message Aaron and say I'm going to be coming home soon. Alright, since I don't have music to mess around with, the phone is at 50%, but still was like, I just wanted to get the car charging it, so I put it in extreme power saver mode. I just crossed the Fremont Bridge. I just realized you guys aren't going to see that. But I'm heading into Portland. This is 405 going down from the Fremont Bridge. So, had a lot of people being angry drivers today, but who knows? Maybe I'm having some anxiety. Because having general anxiety disorder manifested in weird spots. Because when the stuff rises, like your anxiety is rising, it grabs onto whatever mood you're in and amplifies it. And typically, I'm in a pretty or angry mood. You know, and even stressed can just absolutely blow that out. And that's high. When I got high adrenaline as is, and then my anxiety kicks in, usually kind of combos into a meltdown. And I can, and I've worried about getting less stressed. But now my anxiety's still kicking in at very strange times. Like it's kicking in today. And it's like, I have this like doom of the future feeling. And maybe, that's never a good sign, because if you have it right before a game, then you kind of get that attitude of like, what does it matter? They're going to beat us anyways. And then you have to, you have to do the death crawl for 100 yards. Driving a car for like a first time in a while. And then, so when you're on edge and driving in the car for a while, after a while, you get kind of, what is this doing? This lady on the motorcycle in the back, she's like checking her phone. I was like, honey, stop. I know you're a passenger, but come on. I assumed the gender. But it sucks being behind a motorcycle going up this hill, doing like 55. Could you move over a lane? Motorcycles are so weird that he's hugging the right. I'm stressing out about a motorcycle. I'm gonna get in the fast lane. I'm gonna punch this car. Finally, he got over in the lane. Bullshit. Now I can do 70. Jesus. 50. Because I'm used to having a game or being able to talk more about practice. Anxiety. So, my anxiety is like popping up in a weird place and time. And so, I think I might... oh my god, my ears just popped real hard. Of course, I did just raise like 1,000-foot elevation. Even with a hole in my eardrums, I still do that. I think they're healing over time. The doctors aren't mentioning them anymore. Took 20 freaking years for them to heal. Well, the nature park's absolutely full of people because it's mostly sunny outside. Aaron's already found a shiny Larvitar. It is, I guess we can call it gold AF.
Yeah. I'm wearing tinted sunglasses, and I saw it and said, oh, I think this one's shiny.
Then I was like, when my retarded eyes see a color difference, it's definitively. You got,
yeah.
But because they're usually that sort of like pale green, and this guy looked like, literally looked like the golden pig pet that only came out in China on WoW. Yeah, getting a lot of near cap ones, and they're easy to catch, which is good.
Yeah.
We've both popped an XP egg. I popped an incense for the hell of it. He also popped a star piece, but
because I had a bunch.
It's not like he's low on stardust either.
But yeah, right now catching Larvitars or anything in here is giving me 1,200 if I get it on the first throw.
And Larvitars are pretty easy to catch because they have no difficulty modifier. I think that's just what it is they just, for this event, Larvitars have taken away their, because like I'm catching ones that are near cap and they're still bright yellow.
Yeah.
They lose their difficulty modifier. I haven't seen a Pupitar
But I'm taking a wild guess that they have just their evolution modifier, not any other modifier to their...
Yeah.
But yeah, so we're gonna head out for Chinese food, probably, obviously later, or we could even for lunch. It's just that I didn't have much at practice, so I don't want to like gorge myself, but so I want to wait to have the Chinese food, but I haven't eaten since like 7 o'clock, so...
Gotcha.
Yeah. But I've already got a lot of the angst from practice out on Aaron.
That's still good.
It's still good. The fact that I was able, it's the venting, and I just didn't want to vent on camera. But there's like nobody there. And there were much more specific things. I didn't want to drag people through the dirt. You know, but whatnot. I haven't gotten a message back from Willie, so hopefully he found a ride to the game in Wenatchee today. Little late now. He best be on the road or he ain't going to that game. And he's going to be super mad and probably want to go out to the field or something. I mean, I wouldn't mind going out later to the field with him if he needs to work off some angsty energy like that. Oh look, a Phoebus.
Ooh.
That is not a high CP Phoebus. I would not worry about it. Water festival still. There's a love kiss. There's a Magikarp. Yeah, we're getting back through like heavy heavy stop times with everything has a lure on it, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to put the camera away for a little bit. I'll show you guys here. All right, well, I've caught my shiny. He's actually not craptastic. I praised him. And so, but we're walking through, we're heading out to the Mac station right now. I'm not necessarily sure if I want to go back through the nature park, if we just want to take the one-stop hop home.
Either way.
I mean, I don't want to, that's the thing is like for you have your badge thing. And I have to do the one-stop hop.
Although you can pay with your phone for the hop.
But that's spending $2. And then I have to download the Hop Pass thing.
No. It just works.
Right, because my thing. But that's still, I'd have to, it's not a thing.
I can't click anything.
What happened?
Pokemon froze.
Oh, once we get off the bridge here, we'll sort things out. My phone charged up to like 70% and we also did a Kyogre raid. There was a bunch of people around and Aaron so kindly stayed near me.
Yeah.
I know that's why because I was in the yellow group and I know that's why he stuck around.
Yeah, I don't care about
and he didn't
their
really
color. I mean, I would have gotten 3 more balls, I think.
Yeah.
Who knows him? May have meant I caught it.
I caught it.
I don't care that much.
But yeah, he's also got an Entei that he went out and did stuff with Steve.
Yeah,
you
so.
did. No, that was
was
the Edge. That was the one at
Yeah.
Edge. And I was that was after a practice though, and I was already having kind of a strange.
Yeah.
I was having a day. I was talking about anxiety on the way home, slow traffic on I-5, and I was saying that like I'm having a weird like doom and gloom. Like I'm not anxious and I'm not gonna have a panic attack out of it, but that's what I was thinking of maybe medicating before we walked, so that I could. But then I'm like, no, that stuff lingers.
Yeah.
We'll just medicate later tonight just in case. But yeah, it's that my anxiety, since I don't really have anything, like I'm not worried about football. I'm not thinking I'm crappy because I watched my film yesterday. I'm not terrible, you know. And I keep thought, I'm not as terrible as I think I am, nor as I used to be, because I'm obviously learning. But things aren't just working right, and I'm not anxious and scared about that stuff. There's just, so my anxiety crops up and it tries to find something to latch onto to fuel. And
Interruption. We have another hour on the event?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll pop another egg.
well, I guess then we'll walk back down. If you're gonna, I don't really need to pop another egg. But anyways, so that's that. I mean, if anything, Aaron and I both had an XP egg popped for that.
Yeah.
But like I said, my anxiety is just, it's finding random weird things to manifest in. So, no. I'm like, do I have full researches? No, let's spin this one, then catch that Larvitar. So yeah, we'll probably see you guys at the Chinese restaurant. It's very basic Chinese food. There's nothing special. This place isn't like a hollowed out office building. So it's not like we're going to any fancy special place. Alright, so there's the, you guys see what I mean by it kind of looks like a weirded out office building? Like, at least it's not like that office building. So what did you think of the
Chicken egg foo young.
Yeah.
It was good. It was just that little bit salty that I really like. Plenty of gravy on it, and it comes with white rice, but you can upgrade to fried rice, which is awesome. Yeah, it's delicious.
And the restaurant, like, now that I'm looking at this, we actually were sitting right next to that window. Second window over, the round one, and there's still more restaurant to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't quite sure. See, it's 4:30 right now. Probably just head home, get all my icky after practice clothes off and whatnot. I changed shirts so that I didn't smell, because with practice and then walking the nature park. Did I walk the nature park with that shirt? With the black shirt on? Yes.
Yes.
And then, so yeah, there's probably not much left for this vlog. I tried to fill up, like I said, I'm trying to filling up space because there's no game film because it's
Practice week.
yeah, and that practice was
Sad.
boo.
I'm gonna go home and work on code stuff.
I already did my Star Trek stuff, so I don't know. Probably take stuff I maybe go for another walk. It's like, this is Chinese food, so I'm definitely gonna be hungry later tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know what. Alright, I've been playing No Man's Sky for 6 hours.
Yeah.
Been trying to get stuff up on I think you guys should know, I have a newer save of something of the game, because the old one, like, something with the Pathfinder updates screwed things up with the new quests, and then the biome shifting thing, and I had to restart my base, and I got midway stuck through questing, and it's just like, meh, and I couldn't get like no matter how many systems I went to, I couldn't find an economy scanner on the thing. It's just like, I'm missing a whole bunch of stuff, and like, my freighter didn't have a hyperdrive, whereas freighters come with hyperdrives now, and I couldn't find the plans. It's just, there was a bunch of stuff that was like hinky on that one, so I just started a new one. So I've been kind of trying to get it up and running and going, and I just got my base, and it's not on a crazy Sentinel planet.
Yay!
It's barren as all hell, but at least the Sentinels aren't going to try to attack me. I'm like, I don't care if it's acid rain constantly. Just don't make it the fact that I go outside to build something outside in my base, like arrange stuff to make it look nice, and I've got Sentinels shooting at me. They're like, oh my god, you have a heartbeat. I'm like, hide in my base and design it from the inside out. But yeah, we're going to head to Banning's. I'm like, probably not even Cocoa. It's probably going to be like Cocoa and pie or something like that. Because we ate a lot of food earlier, and I'm just not hungry for food.
A little something, and we need to get out of the apartment and just...
We might just get like... might get like a big stack of their pancakes and we kind of split them.
No, that's a lot of food. That's heavy.
Alright. Like, they're just pancakes.
They're pure carbs, is what they are.
Well, yeah, but they're not that hard, not that difficult. I mean, IHOP gave up on them. But yeah, like, after a while, because it's like, I start zoning out because the music is, and the sound effects are, it's like, I'm sitting here and the music is like, and like, mining things, it's like,
Or...
well, I can hear even the pulsing of it. And I'm just like, and watching this thing, this little beam just like blink, 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 woo, woo, doo, 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 doo. I'm like there are numerous times I've went to go play No Man's Sky and I've passed out, like playing the game. I wasn't anywhere close to tired. I just lulled me to sleep. So I turned on my Pandora for like 6 hours. And
How's your battery?
I had it charging on the battery.
Cool.
It's at 95%.
Nice. Wait, plug this in.
It shouldn't. Okay. I would just let it go until it whines at us.
Yeah.
It's got a large battery. I don't want to. Anyways, I'm going to leave the camera here on the charger. Not that it really needs it. What am I doing? This is a really borked weekend. I hate bye weekends. Vipers, why do you have to suck? Morning. So, more proof you guys need to be following my Snapchat, because I literally just posted something to Snapchat, and it's, ow, I got crud in my eye. It's funny because I got so much crud in my eye, I just basically got out of it. The Franken Timberwolves posted pictures, and I'm used to a lot of my German friends posting pictures about how their night went. And so I saw this really long table with a bunch of cups on it filled with water. And I was like, that is way too many cups for a beer pong. Swipe to the next picture. Oh, that's the water table for a 5K charity run. I'm terrible. What I'm saying is what I'm insinuating is I can't put everything of my gems on Snapchat on the video camera on here for you guys. Because sometimes I'm at the store. If I was at the time, I probably could have found a fair bit of Vine following, but especially if I would have edited short little videos. But I got into using Snapchat, so I'm used to like live, like setting, even if I have to set things up, it all takes place within like 10 seconds. Only in like serious long chat do I go over the 10-second video. But if it's on my, what am I saying? If it's super important, like a video clip from a game or something, I might post it to my story, because I need to give you guys the setup plus the thing I want you to, because it's sort of like, coffee's brewing. Gotta go to the store today. Got a new mod. I feel super fat because I went to Banning's and I had pancakes. No pie. Made the waitress shuffle. Made her chuckle. I was like, can I get a stack of pancakes? Because apparently IHOP doesn't do that anymore. She's like, oh, okay. And yeah, it's sort of like, I love having humor at the expense of someone else. I mean, people are like, oh, you shouldn't have that kind of humor. Yeah, well, chicken cross the road jokes are stupid. And that's even a joke against the chicken. It's like the chicken nobody knows. So you have more of a general expense at, but come on. And those can work too. George Carlin did a lot of that stuff, where he kind of chose stuff with stereotypes. Like, he didn't rag on any church. It's just that all churches apparently need tons of money. And he did make it. There's one, because it was like God is all powerful. The only thing he can't do, handle money. That's why he always needs more. Supreme being of the universe, can't handle money. Something like, and you're not, and while to many it is a joke at the expense of a specific person. I love the fact that there are some people that want to consider God a person but not dolphins, or other cetaceans that exhibit very, here's what I'll call it, I don't want to say extreme behavior, but they're just like, they have a very high level of intelligence. I mean, there's birds like that can work with water displacement to get a treat to float towards the surface. I mean, I've seen it. It's kind of creepy, but like, dolphins are something else. Usually the mirror test is kind of it's a test of intelligence, whether or not you can spot and know that is, it's a self-awareness test.
If you can go to the mirror and know that that is you, over time even. That's why dogs and cats, we suspect, because we can't get in their head and we can't ask them questions, but we suspect that they, I was watching it this time, that they have a bit more intelligence, but it could just be they become threat blind, because when they're kittens or dogs haven't really been around they freak out on mirrors thinking it's another dog, but after a while they're able to walk past that same mirror, and where does that fall into their thing? Do they know that's them, or do they know that's just another dog and they don't care? Is it self-aware, or are they threat blind? Cats, more often, especially if it's not a really common mirror in their life, tend to freak out a little bit more. They're more solitary things. Whereas a dog, if they see another dog constantly, if this had a mirror on it all the way down to the floor and we had a pet, every time the pet walked by into the bathroom and through the room, as if they'd see another animal, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't expect them to constantly get up on the bathroom counter and look at themselves. I'm getting a little off track, and you kind of get what I'm talking about. But there's like gorillas that can't ever break out of their threat, and they constantly think it's like there's one, like you could tell it was like beta gorillas, because they'd come up to the mirror out in the jungle and they'd like punch and then they'd kind of run away. Because it would make noise also, because it's, not perfectly sturdy. But then like the alpha would come by and he'd constantly keep trying to fight it. And it never dawned on him that's him. So the self-awareness was not able to click in over his primal instincts to protect or dominate. I haven't even had my coffee yet and I'm getting like over the top. But anyways, as I was saying, is they put a mirror underwater in a dolphin enclosure, because there's like a little window you could view the dolphins from a research point, and it was a one-way, so they put the mirror in there, and the dolphins would come by and they'd look, and then they go, and then they'd swim away, and then they'd come back, and then the researchers would like mark one of the dolphins, like put a little mark on it and say, "This is you." And they look out their eye at their mark. If there's a card up there, it goes to the video. It was actually interesting. If I can't find that video, because I can't remember if I saw it on like Discovery Channel or if I saw it randomly on YouTube or it was something linked through like MSNBC. It was actually a really interesting video, but I'll try to find it for you guys. I know my YouTube food is pretty good, and anyways, like I said, you really should. It's fun watching dolphins deal with themselves in a mirror. On top of that, it's also kind of hilarious sad to deal with a silverback gorilla and a monkey and a thing. I don't want to take up too much in the morning, in case we have more pearls of wisdom for me in the afternoon. Not so much No Man's Sky. At least I gotta do Star Trek. No, I don't. I did that late in the day. Crap.
So we added some Asiago to the top of our cheese bread pie thing. And while it did make it extra tasty and added that little bit of extra creaminess to the cheese, I don't think we were supposed to do that. Because the guy that was on the oven saw the Asiago on there and chided our little short girl about doing that. And she's like, "But I thought when the customer asked for it, we just did it." And he's like, "Rah, rah, 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 rah." And I'm like, what? I could not figure out what we're complaining about. So hopefully we'll get, it was good. I kind of wanted to ask. I was like, why not? So I don't do it next time and she accidentally does it again.
Yeah.
I
think it's probably because it's a new thing that they're piloting.
Yeah.
So they have to do it the same way each time to make sure.
It's probably for the consistency on the oven cooking to get quality.
Yeah.
Because with that little extra cheese on top, and maybe just be like, you can't add anything but maybe extra little spices to it. And maybe we should add some spices to it next time.
Yeah.
Or that's the only thing at mod you can't modify ever, which would be odd.
Can't mod it.
Aaron has tickets for 7:20 at Cinetopia for Solo. Finally, it's only playing in one theater, which is fine. I thought when you said that, I was like, it's only playing at one time. I'm like, we're that late?
In 3 weeks? 4 weeks?
I've lost track. I've lost track because
Time is dragging.
like he's working like 2 jobs. He's like coaching, and then he has to deal with the Children of the Corn, and sometimes he has to deal with both. But now it's not coaching because spring football's over with, and that's like the weird passing league, and so they're off for a little while, then they go back for a couple of weeks, and then they have mandatory dead week. It's like, or is this mandatory dead week? He's waiting for like the later of summer to get back into going so that his life gets back on track. So we're heading to Freddy's.
Yep.
And then probably not going to vlog anything until after the movie. It's been so long. We're just going to talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. If you haven't seen Solo yet, you're waiting for Netflix and you're going to see spoilers anyways. You've probably already seen spoilers. Stuff that I haven't have.
Yeah.
Because I know like the few people that are already so far into the video now are way more Star Wars people than I am. So, yep. Okay. Well, it's now been significant more time since mod. It is 6:20, 6:30. I literally only read 2 digits and almost gave you the time, as it is about 6:30, not 6:20. It's 6:29. So that's where my brain was trying to skip ahead. Aaron did the Happy Father's Day thing. I did not do the Happy Father's Day thing. Chide me, thumbs vote this video down. My dad is like on a brain cycle of like 2 minutes, and it's not even, it's like, well, he'll at least remember it. No, Aaron fully agrees. So I talked to my sister, and she's like, yeah, I didn't either. But I was like, and then we talked about some other things that brought up, and she told me some things about like welfare for mom, not like welfare checks or anything, but like other people are getting concerned about dad's health because mom's starting to deteriorate. So remember when I said like feels like stuff's gonna hit the fan, and I was having, it might have been a weird anxiety thing. That might have been what it was, because I can have a great anxiety thing that, you know, mom may be quickly here under the guise of not being able to take care of dad, and we have to deal with that. And it's what adult children have to finally deal with. When you get up to a certain age, you have to deal with the fact that your parents are, you know, just hope that that your parents are still mentally there. They sort of physically sort of, and then they just get to the sort of like shaky old people. That's like the best way to go. Because if they're like still physically capable of doing things but losing their brain, it's sort of like, what do you do?
Yeah.
You know, you can get them physical mobile devices, mobile devices. You know, you can get them canes, you can get them walkers, you can get them little rascals. You know, it's Egwin. Right. Aaron detracted me. Now I'm starting to think of Eleneth. Anyways, we got to get to Solo. We'll figure out a bite to eat down there or something. If we get down there quick. Gotta remember, Pizza Cutter doesn't serve by the slice past 4 o'clock.
That one doesn't.
All right. I would think maybe the downtown one right there near your work does, just because it's on it's downtown Portland. So we were gonna swing by like Menchie's, but it's froyo, and that's disgusting. I've tried froyo. It's not like, yeah.
I've had it before. I don't need it again.
Yeah, it's just not sweet. It's healthy. It's just not sweet. Plus, it's like a self-serve your own thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
Why does it say I'm not melted in?
Because I'm not.
Oh.
I'm not sure if that was Darth Maul at the end or not, because he got cut in half, but I'm like, did this...
This happened before that. Wait.
This couldn't have, because the Empire was already there, and the Emperor. This is definitively after Episode 3.
Yeah.
It could have just been the fact that they picked the same, maybe close to the same actor, because he is of the race from Dathomir.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the home of the Sith, which I think is his race. Something like that. But I did like that Warwick Davis was was the midget.
Yeah.
Because he's very, very well known as Wicket. In the, I think he was Wicket even in the Ewok Adventure movie. But he was Wicket in Return of the Jedi. The Castle Run finally explained.
Yes. and the wonderful line, oh, 12 if you round down.
It's probably like, oh, it's 12.5. No. Run
Not
down.
run down.
Yeah.
I did like that they threw a great elder god into a black hole. That was nice.
Or whatever that was, yeah.
I mean, that many tentacles.
That many eyes made me think more of a, like, beholder.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was just space tentacles.
Yeah. Like, why would anything in space need tentacles?
To reach out and grab stuff so it doesn't have to move. Because it may not have a mode of propulsion, but it can, like a snake, it can move its own stuff, but it can't, like, move its body very well.
But yeah.
I mean, at least in Star Trek, the things that we've seen as spaceborne entities have been, like, aquatic in nature. Like, Junior,
Yeah.
and then the jellyfish. So,
Giant squid isn't too far off, makes sense.
yeah, because... But that's why I was like, when he was like, oh yeah, and vacuum beings. And I'm like, that's what that thing is from the preview.
Yeah.
I just didn't realize it was going to have like 8 bajillion eyeballs.
Yeah.
But it was, it's great because it's like, this was backstory. This was all backstory. But it was like, how did he get the Falcon? Well, he won it in a card game. We're going to tweak with that a little bit because that's all we know.
Yeah.
He did win in a card game, but it was the second card game. Because the first time, and he won it from Lando. But
Yeah.
it's like,
Because Lando is a cheat.
is Lando, like, Liberace? Is Lando gay? Or is he just a fan of cloaks?
I think he goes either way.
Yeah.
I think it actually might be canon that he goes either way, except for the fact that according to Lucas, there's no boobs or sex in space.
Or whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a lot of cloaks.
Yeah.
Maybe too many cloaks.
And I love the fact that it was like it had a really pointy nose, and then they ejected the escape
Yeah.
pod to get the forked, or the forked
Yeah, I
nose.
kept looking at it like, something's got to happen to that ship.
Yeah, I thought, I don't know the I didn't know the schematics of the Falcon. I thought that might have been like the extended cargo pod.
I figured it was something that was non-vital and got broken off when the crash landed.
Or something.
But yeah, you're right. It was. Well, no, the escape pod was shaped differently, I think.
No, the escape pod was the thing on the front that shot off. He shot it off towards the black hole and then turned that way.
Oh.
And the thing chased after it and then got sucked into the black hole. Very, very slowly.
But much faster than reality would have.
Yes.
But then again,
Star
Wars.
Star Wars. Star Trek probably would have done that. Like the only thing that I know that's really done a black hole justice was Andromeda.
Yeah.
Everything else has always made it eat like super fast. Well, Star Trek just sort of avoids them.
Yeah. Which, that's a
Because they
reasonable
mess
thing to do.
they mess with the space-time warp bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes me want to watch all of the other Star Wars movies. Honestly.
Yeah, we should probably have an order, like, cause I know that Solo took place before Rogue One,
Yeah.
obviously, but I'm not sure, and it seems like people have already gotten in the idea that the Empire is there, so this took place years after, so like people had already like accepted that the Empire was a thing, and it had already moved, but they were still asserting their power
Yeah.
in the process.
Yeah, they were a power.
Handful of years after that. But by the time Rogue One happened, it was already like 20 years.
Yeah.
Because however old what's-his-bucket was, Luke.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing that bugs me about Star Wars stories in general. Force sensitivity is supposed to be somewhat rare. But frickin' everybody is force sensitive. Like, dude could not have used those fist blade things without being at least a little force sensitive, because they were small lightsabers.
No, they weren't.
They
just had like a plasma edge on them. They were.
I know the metal was really there. I think they used lightsaber tech. I think if you look into this lore, you'll find that.
Okay, but just a lightsaber can be used by anybody. You don't have to be.
I'm not sure it can.
But then again, it could be just, butchered.
lightsaber attack.
Yes.
Because
But regardless, it feels like there's...
it's because we've been dealing with a dynasty of force-sensitive people.
Yeah.
That, you know, this was, aside from whatever that is, which I didn't think of it, this movie had no force in it.
True.
Except for Darth, whatever his name is. We'll go with Darth Maul.
Even though it probably wasn't Darth Maul.
But it was still, his lightsaber.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it was a dual lightsaber. That's why I'm thinking like Darth Maul. Because it was, but again, it's sort of like...
But he's dead. Yeah. That and the Space Wizards thing are my only real issues with it. The storytelling's always
The storytelling's
enjoyable.
great, but they have a Deus Ex Machina, and they use it religiously. Sorry, Deus Ex Forsica. What?
They have a god out of the box or out of the machine, and they use it religiously.
Yep. That's why I said Deus Ex Forsica, because, I mean, seriously, Leia, whoom.
Yeah.
Come on. So the funny thing is, like, oh, well, if only they, like, handled the Force a little bit better. You either go one way. You either go with the fact that it's super rare and that the people that can use it are crazy and crazy powerful because they devote their entire lives to it, i.e. The classical wizards. Like, will it get back to me? Yes. Or you have something like Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Where, like, everybody's kind of using it casually.
Yeah.
You can't really... I mean, they're space wizards.
Yeah.
And that's probably what attracts more to Star Trek, because they're space wizards. Oh, there is, and he's an asshole. But he
They're
has a
all
softie
assholes.
for humans.
Yeah.
Q.
They're all assholes.
No. The judges aren't. Q2 wasn't. Q, the one that was trapped in the asteroid, was an asshole. His kid was, but his kid was raised as a snot. You know, he didn't have much consequences because no Q had ever been a parent before.
Yeah.
How do you parent it?
consequences? What are those?
Yeah, Q's, I mean, he's had them, but because he's dicked around. But,
Yeah.
but anyways, I want to see what Willie said.
Were you farting up a storm?
Yep.
There? Okay.
Was the cameo Warwick Davis or Darth Maul? Asking. Willie's the Star Wars guy.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, it was farting up a storm then. So, we're going to probably go get some chintzy little ice cream. I'm probably going to have a drumstick. Aaron could probably just have a ice cream sandwich. Because we had fancy cheese fries in there.
Super fancy cheese fries.
They were worth $13.
Yeah.
But we needed something to eat because we ate at like 1, and this movie was at 7. We really hadn't eaten anything.
Yeah.
But I'm not really hungry because it's warm. And that's probably why I lose a lot of weight in this episode, because I don't eat a lot because it's warm, and I'm like, not hungry.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for the walk up to the platform
Yep.
as we go back into a normal work week
Hooray.
with, hopefully, it's one of those likes you're like, it's a normal work week. But is something going to go weird? Like,
D&D Friday.
I know that. When you come screaming down the hill and suddenly see something like this, and you're like, I'm going to get over to the far right lane. Oh. Those cards are messed up. To 7-Eleven! No, morning. Looks like summer's starting to kind of settle itself in. We had like a high of 89 yesterday. It was like a high of 80 the day before. And it's already pretty high up there this morning for typical temperatures. It says 59, but that's also as of 4:44 this morning. It's update. It is currently 63. It was 59 at 4:44 this morning. As I talked with Willie more, apparently it was already known, but only to the ones that watch Clone Wars, that Darth Maul did survive. That was actually Darth Maul, yes. And he does also hope that there's at least some kind of spin-off movie that comes from that, like something.
Like, I don't know, but it's just sort of like, that was a major hanging thing they just sort of like left there.
Yeah. It's like, what?
Because much like there's the people in the comics, and then there's the people that watch the X-Men like cartoon, there's a lot of people that only watch the MCU. So for the people who've only watched the Star Trek movies, Star Wars movies, this is a big revelation.
Yeah. You know, like us.
Yeah, well, we'll go with that, because I listened to Willie talk about Clone Wars and stuff, so... Also, apparently Star Wars Rebels that he said last night? Just Snapchatter.
I don't know what that is.
Apparently it's another cartoon. But when Willie said it was both Warwick Davis, Willow, Wicket, and Darth Maul, I was like, oh. I was so seriously thinking, like, he's like, oh, I didn't recognize those two. I'm like, of course. I'm like, Willie didn't recognize Darth Maul? Come on. But, so, glad to know that that's, because we were determining, it's like, it had to have happened after 3, because of such and such.
Yeah.
And there's all these acorns out this morning. I'm so tired of those acorns. They're not good for anything, except turning into shit fries. And shit fries not that good. For those of you who are way more into Pokemon, yes, it's Shift Tree, but I saw the word the first time and renamed it Shit Fry.
And every time I look at mine, I read it shit fry.
Yeah. Does anybody have those people on like Snapchat or other social medias where you send them? This is specific on Snapchat because I took a picture this morning and sent it out to a bunch of friends. But then I remembered, oh right, I've got one person who doesn't ever really, probably ever use Snapchat, but when I do message him, he opens it up and like constantly talks. Like there was a couple weeks ago, I messaged him something that was just hilarious, and he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm sitting down editing a video and drinking coffee. Oh, okay. Like 5 minutes later, what are you doing? The same thing. Video editing is not, I can't snap my fingers and video edit like Thanos can wipe out the universe. He's like, who? And I was like, 10 minutes later, what are you doing? I'm still video editing. I'm going to be doing this for the next 3 hours. Oh, right, that's your job. Yeah, an hour later. So what are you up to? Like, at some point it makes me kind of wonder, do people honestly think, like, wait, what are they asking when they want that? What are you doing? Like, I tell them what I'm doing. Am I supposed to tell them something more for social niceties or something? Like, I don't know what to do when someone asks, what are you doing? Like, in almost rapid fire succession because they aren't listening to what I'm saying. What do they want me to say? Aaron doesn't know.
No. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking that people who do that aren't expecting an answer right away.
Social niceties of answer, the thing I don't do. As I don't not... I answer people because they ask me a question. I know the answer.
Oh, that's what a shiny looks like. Wilmer.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that. Yeah, I don't see a difference at all. Can I zoom in on it? No, because it's... Oh, yeah, I can. Okay, looks like we were wrong from this weekend. I was saying if I can definitely... Well, no, we're not wrong. I said if I can definitely tell a color difference, it's certainly a shiny. Not that I'm going to be able to see a color difference every time. But... I can't see a difference, but not that that really matters. New field research. This might be the one that I actually do today. Catch 2 water-type Pokemon to hatch to what? Is that a Shelter or is that a Magikarp? Because it's. Anyways, anything you want to talk about?
No. Bye.